Okay. I'm already recording. Okay, I'm recording from my end now.
Uh,
Right.
Thank you.
So I'll just try to keep the class like at least within 30 minutes. I should be able to have finished explaining so that it doesn't become too long and
Okay.
complicated. So a lot of people coming into Forex now, like a lot of people, when I ask them why do you want to learn this thing, they'll say they heard from someone that people are making a lot of money from it, right? Which is good. And it's something nice that, okay, yes, I would like to give it a try, right? So a lot of the unrealistic expectation that a lot of people come into it with is that, yes, so this thing can be giving me money every week. Every, like, let's say every week I'll be making so amount from it. Um, they see it as like, you know the way a salary works, a salary and pay works rather, whereby at the end of the month you'll be receiving a constant pay. So, but you don't. The way trading actually works now, it doesn't work like a salary work. It works like a business. You know the way a business actually works, whereby you can open your market today and you won't make sales, and you will still you will still incur some expenses. Let's say you pay staff or you pay NEPA bill, right? So the next day now, you can just decide to open your market, and then a lot of customers will flood in. So the way
Yeah.
the way the thing works, the pay is not static, it's not stagnant, it's dynamic. Ehen. So you can make money this week, and next week you may not make money. So that's one of the realistic expectation that you need to understand how it works. Because a lot of people think that they ask me, can I be making money every week, every day? And then I try to explain it to them this way that you need to see it like a business, whereby some weeks you may make money, some weeks you may not make money, depending on the opportunity that the Forex is presenting to you that week. Some week it won't even present to you an opportunity to make money, right? And then some week it will present to you an opportunity to make money. So even as I continue with the class, if you have any question at any point, you can decide to ask. Okay, you
All
can
right.
decide to ask. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So let me go back into Forex now. What is Forex? Right? Just like I explained earlier, I said it is the full name is foreign exchange. Okay, so and what is foreign exchange? Foreign exchange is just the process whereby you exchange a particular currency with another currency. Okay, you exchange a particular currency with another currency. I'll give you an example now to explain what I mean. Let's say you have $1. You know dollar now, the US dollar.
Yeah, yeah,
uh
yeah. Yes.
So you have $1 with you now, and at the moment $1 equals to, I think, 1,000, let's say 350 naira at the moment. We know that right now the naira is currently depreciating against the dollar. So
Okay.
if you have $1 at the moment, that $1 is the same thing as you having 1,350 naira, right? So
Yeah.
if you decide to exchange that $1 now into naira, the person that you're exchanging it with will give you how much? 1,350 naira. Ehen.
Yeah.
So what foreign exchange means now is the value of one currency against the other currency now. Just like the value of $1 now against the Nigerian currency equals to 300 3
130.
1,350.
Yeah.
So that is exactly how it works. So now, the next thing we usually do, how do we now make money from it? What we used to do is, let's say I buy $1 now. Okay, I have $1, and then I maybe due to news forecast or whatever my thoughts is, I decided to let's put it that I know for a fact, or sometimes I predicted that, okay, later in the future, this $1 now, right? The value of dollar now is still going to keep increasing against the value of naira.
Naira. Yeah.
Ehen. So what I'll do is that I'll hold that dollar, right? And when the time comes and that the value of that dollar has increased against the naira, what I'll do now is I'll now decide to sell off the dollar. and collect naira. Let me explain to you what I mean. Let's say I have $1 now, right? And then
Yeah.
currently the value of $1 to naira is 1,350.
1,000.
uh Then I now have a forecast, right? Maybe I heard from the news that tomorrow the US government, they are planning something very important that is going to improve the economy of the United States. And then I also heard that maybe Nigerian economy, the economy is declining at the moment due to a lot of activities, right? So that analysis alone has given me the idea that tomorrow the value of that dollar is going to keep increasing
Increase.
against the value of that naira, right?
Yeah.
So now what I will do now is I would prefer to hold that dollar. So I would prefer to hold that $1 till a certain period of time, right? Maybe till the certain period of time when the government of USA, they've done what they want to do, right? And then let's say after that period of time, the economy of the US will keep what like the value of the economy of the US
Dollar.
will keep getting stronger, while the economy of Nigeria will keep getting weaker, and that is going to affect the what their naira and the dollar value, right? So let's say later on in the
Yeah.
future, that $1 now it is going to appreciate against the naira. So so now let's say that $1 now, let's say after a period of time, that $1 now can equal to, let's say, 1,500 naira.
Yeah.
Okay, you know that previously it was $1 to 1,350.
350, yes.
Yes. So after all of those analysis that I did, after my prediction based on the economy, later on the value of that $1 now has equaled 1,500 naira. So what I will now do at that moment is I will now decide to sell that $1. I'll sell off the $1 now into what? Into naira. Now, yes. Now I've made an extra 100
50, 150.
yes. So like that, I've made money. So that is what
Yes.
the foreign exchange is all about. So what we do, in forex trading is we look for a currency, we analyze the economy of the currency against another economy, right? So if we discover that okay, this economy is going to do so, like is going to gain value against the other economy, right? So what
Yeah.
we do is we buy the currency of that economy, we hold it. So after a period of time, right, if the economy's value actually appreciate, like let's say they did something important, right, it's going to affect the currency. And once the currency appreciates or gains value, it's going to gain value against the other currency,
That
right?
one.
And then we now sell the currency and make our profits. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm following.
So what I just explained about the way the exchange works, does it make sense that way?
What? Yeah. Yes, I understood you very well.
And so that is what Forex is all about. You see a lot of people posting it online. You see a lot of people posting about they made money today, they didn't make money, and all of that. So now that is the positive side of it now. So now let me explain the other aspect of it.
Negative side.
Yes. Hold on, please. So now let me explain the other part of it now, which is the other part of it now. So now let's say I bought $1, right? And now I'm expecting that maybe in the nearest future that $1 is going to appreciate. It's going to turn to 1,500 naira, because at the moment $1 is 1,350. I'm expecting that later in the future it's going to turn to 1,500 naira, based on the value that we explained, right? So now what will happen is, let's say tomorrow now, Tinubu now woke up and Tinubu did something good for Nigeria. Before you know it, Nigerian economy, Nigerian economy started doing well.
Getting stronger.
Yes. So doing that is going to make the value of our naira appreciate against the dollar now.
The dollar.
So let's say tomorrow the value of naira now, instead of $1 equals to 1,350, $1 now equals, let's say, 1,200 naira.
You lost.
So have you made money or you've lost
You've
money?
lost. No, you've lost.
Yes, exactly. So you've lost money.
Yes.
That is just the way it actually works. So now, one thing I want to explain about it now is that the fact now that you understand that you can let's say you can analyze and see what you expect to happen in the nearest future, right? You've already analyzed it. That's the reason why you bought $1 to 1,350, expecting it to get to 1,500. But unexpectedly, Tinubu from nowhere just did something great, and the value of naira now appreciated, right? And you lost money. So, given that condition now, do you agree that is important, or do you think that is advisable rather to, let's say you had 1 million, you have your life savings now, right? Do you think it's advisable to buy the whole dollar at that moment because you've done some analysis and you expect that tomorrow the dollar is going to appreciate against the naira? Do you think it's advisable to now put all of your money in the dollar?
No, it's not advisable.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's a very, very resounding answer. It's not advisable, right? Because you don't know
Yeah.
what Tinubu can do tomorrow. Tinubu can come out and
Tomorrow,
say,
yes.
So that is where another aspect of the forex trading comes in, which is what they call risk management. Risk management, we call that risk management, whereby the fact that you know you've analyzed, you see that the US government, the president is planning something great for the economy, and you can see now that at the moment Nigerian economy isn't really going well, right? So, but you know that nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody knows
Yes.
tomorrow. So that is where a lot of people usually get it wrong with forex trading. They, because of the fact that they've seen the analysis that the US government are planning something great, why the Nigerian government economy is bad, right? They will just decide to put all of their money into US government, right? And then
Yeah.
tomorrow, if Nigerian government decides to do something better and then the economy begins to get better, they begin to lose money. So it's not
Yeah.
advisable to go in with all of your capital or all of your
Yeah.
money. So that is what we call risk management, whereby you say something like, okay, I don't know tomorrow, right? So what I'll do is, instead of me going in with all of my capital, what I'll do is let me go in with a fraction of my capital. Okay, so that in case Tinubu decides to do anyhow, it's not going to affect all of my money.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just lose that fraction of the money I actually put in at the moment. Okay? So once
Yeah.
you lose that fraction of the money, what you do is that analysis in itself has ended. So you now have to go into another analysis that, okay, maybe this is let's say US dollar against the Japanese yen. You say, okay, what is the two governments or the economies trying to do right now that will impact the economy or impact the currency? You do your analysis. Once you've done your analysis, you risk a fraction of your account as well. And due to the fact that you don't know tomorrow, that is why you're risking a fraction of your account. But what a lot of people, the reason why majority of the people that come into it um, end up losing money is because most of them used to go all in. They want to build house tomorrow.
Fast. They want the fast lane.
They want the fast money. So there's no fast money, there's no get rich quick when it comes to trading, right? Because what you're doing, what you're doing now is you're playing the probability. So it is more like a game of probability, whereby you are coming in, you're analyzing the your the analysis you're making now is putting the edge in your favor, because you're analyzing based on what you can see at the moment. And what you can see at the moment is that this government is doing well, this one is not doing well. And so that is a good edge. You've seen it. But anything can still happen tomorrow. From anything can come out from nowhere and disrupt your analysis. So that is
Yes.
what risk management is all about. So I
Yes.
don't know if I explained it very well to in a way that you understand.
Very well. Very well. Very well. I understand every bit of it.
Okay, that's very good.
But my question now is now, as it is now, before you be able to analyze, there must be kind of um, lectures. I mean, the news you must be getting, you must be conversant with, so that you'll be able to know more about each other country economy,
Yes,
kind of.
yes, yes.
So, what kind of news? What kind of please? I will need direction in that area also. What and
Okay.
what to listen to and where to get the information, or is it that you'll be giving me the information on what's when to or
Okay, that's a very that's in fact and that's a very resounding question. I like the fact that you asked that because that is the next stage to actually start looking into when it comes to trading. So what I just wanted to do at first is to let you understand the dynamics of how the trading works. You at least now you understand that it's all about buying and selling. You're exchanging currencies, and
currencies? Yeah.
and you're analyzing based on the different economies what is happening, and that is going to help you to be able to make your own decisions. And you now understand that you don't know tomorrow, so you need to make sure that any analysis you do, you need to make sure that you're going in with a fraction of your capital. For example, let's say you have I'll give an example, 100,000 naira as your trading capital, and then
Mm.
you made an analysis that okay, US dollar is going to appreciate against Nigerian naira. So the going in with a fraction of your capital can be, let's say, let me decide to buy some dollar with, let's say, 10,000 naira or 5,000 naira. And then if the economy of the US dollar appreciates against the naira, I would have made money. My 5,000 naira would have increased.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes, it's going to increase based on the fact that $1 equals to 1,350.
1,350.
If it goes to 1,000, $1 equals to 1,500, there's a way they will calculate it whereby your 5,000 naira you put is going to have appreciated. Good.
Yes.
So now, after that, we now have other aspects of the trading now that we want to. I want to like give a quick explanation because that one now is the next stage to go into. We have two ways of predicting what will happen in the future. Okay. Now the first one we
Yeah.
have is the one whereby you, just like you asked now, the news where you're going to be getting this news on what is happening and what is not happening. Okay. So that's one now we call it fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis, whereby you will be going through news events, checking okay, what is this economy doing and what is this government economy doing, this country's economy rather. So what we call it fundamental analysis, what I just explained to you. Now we now have the second aspect of it. I don't know if you've seen, if you're on social media, I don't know if you've come across some of these forex people that they post something like charts. You'll be seeing charts in their have you come across
Yes,
it?
I used to see, but I don't understand it.
Yes. So that is the second way we usually use in predicting the prices of this what they call them, these currencies. They call it technical analysis. The first one is the fundamental, whereby you predict where the currency is going to go to, if it's going to decline or appreciate through the fundamental, like the news, right? You're listening to the economy of these governments, whatever they want to do. While the second one now is what they call technical analysis. That is the one that you have all these charts that I used to see. Okay, so
Like,
yes, those charts that you see on all those traders screen,
mm,
and that you see them in their laptop, you'll be seeing charts.
okay,
So
to look up and down,
uh,
just
yeah, so that is what they call technical analysis. Now, so what
all
they
right.
do with that chart is they use it to also predict the price movement of the currency as well. So the only way the two ways you predict the price movement of a currency is not only by what a government is about to do. You also use that chart now, which maybe later on in our next class or thereabouts, we're still going to get into it. You start getting to understand it. So
Okay.
yes, so we traders most of the time. What we do is we combine both the fundamental analysis and the technical analysis. So when we combine the both of them, it gives us a more meaningful information to work with. So it helps us be able to predict where the currency of a country is going to go to and where the other one is not going to go to. But still on still, don't forget that at the end of the day, nobody knows what tomorrow holds,
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
nobody knows. So what you need to do is you can never go all in. I don't know if you've come across some social media posts whereby some people went all in and they lost everything.
I
So
hear people say it that they lost money. They lost money. In fact, and I know of somebody that has been doing very well. That something like that happened. He
yeah,
didn't continue
yeah,
because there was no
exactly.
money. Yes.
Exactly. So that's just what the thing is, that when you're coming into this forest of a thing, the first thing you need to first of all understand is that it is not a get rich quick scheme. You're not going to make it in a week, in a month, in a if possibly I won't really say in a year, because we are all different. This thing you're about to learn now is a skill. Is like you going to school to like a university now, whereby you want to go into the university. You have to first of all pass through the different classes and all of that. After that, you graduate. Then before you now even get a job and start making money. You understand? So now the thing is that why a lot of people lose when it comes to forex is that the barrier to entry is usually low. So you can just decide to fund your account at any point and put money inside and start buying and selling, and you start calling yourself I'm a forex trader. But the thing is that you most people, based on the fact that nobody can put you through, like it doesn't necessarily require anybody to put you through on how to buy and sell. You can even go online on YouTube, just watch a YouTube video on how to download the application where they used to buy and sell, and you all you need to do is download the application and you just put money and you just be buying and selling. Then all of that, now automatically you begin to start thinking that you now have the skill. But before you can decide to download the application, put money and start buying or selling, you need to first of all learn, acquire the skill. A lot of people used to skip the skill acquisition because the barrier to entry is low. But if you're going to school, you need to pass JAMB, you need to pass WAEC and all those things before you even enter the school. But in this business now, you don't need to pass anything. You can just go online, download the app, and put money, and you start deceiving yourself that you're a trader, and that's why a lot of people lose. But I guarantee you that if you take the time to learn it very well, take your time to learn it and understand it to your own way, then the sky is the limit. You won't even lose money. You won't lose money the way a lot of people lose, because now you understand risk management. You understand how to analyze the market yourself. You know what to look for and you know what to expect, and you don't have unrealistic expectations. So those are some of the things that I know that a lot of people coming into trading used to get it wrong. And one more thing that a lot of people ask me is, how long does it take before I can begin to make money? Because it's an important question as well. So the way this trading of a business works is that when it comes to the learning curve, it is usually dynamic. When I say dynamic, unlike normal traditional schooling system, whereby all of us we all graduate from primary one to primary two and then to university. But when it comes to this one now, it's usually different in the sense that my learning pattern or my time of learning can be different from yours, because we are all different. So the time it's going to take you to learn something might be different from the time it's going to take me to grab it or understand it. We are all different, we are coming from different background. So there are some psychological aspect of trading as well that might take some people longer to understand.
To understand, yeah.
Yeah, that might even while some other people it won't really take them that long to understand. So it all depends on the person, and it all
Individual.
the individual. And all I will actually say is that you just need to be patient. You need to be patient, and if I can give an estimate based on the people I've actually taught, right? This is just like an
Mm.
estimate. It doesn't mean that everybody usually learns in this period of time. But based on an
Yeah.
estimate, it usually take at least, let's say, 3 to 4 months of consistency for most people that
Okay.
have actually trained to at
Excellent.
least understand what this thing is truly all about. And then when it comes to making money, that one is subjective to the individual because trading is a psychological skill. When I say something is psychological, it means that you know when you lose money, you know the way you feel when you lose money, the
You feel.
pain, the pain when you lose money. So those things usually sometimes involve a lot of inner or personal psychological I don't know how to put it, but it's going to help you to understand yourself better. How you react to losses when you come across losses, how you react to them. So that is where psychology used to come in. You see yourself when you're losing money. Do you panic out of fear, and do you run away? Like all those things, you begin to understand yourself better. How you react to anger, how you react to impatience, how you begin to see yourself clearly. So that's why if you ask anybody, they will tell you that trading is more of psychology than even making money, because before you even get to the money aspect, you begin to learn more about yourself and how you relate to money and your different emotions. So it's a very interesting one of the things that is still that keeps me excited when it comes to this forest of 18 is the psychological aspect. It's helping me to even get to understand myself more and how I treat other people around me, how I react to anger when I'm with my partner, when she does something and I feel this anger surging within me, right? I begin to notice emotions more. That okay, this is emotion, this is anger rising, right? So instead of me to react based on the anger, right? I will just watch the anger. I'll stay with the anger. I won't react based on the anger. But it doesn't mean that I still wouldn't talk to her or tell her that okay, what you did is wrong. But this time around, I am not going to be doing it from anger. I'm going to be doing it from clarity. Because a lot of times when we want to talk to someone when we feel angry, it's usually different from when we want to talk to them when we are not feeling angry. When you want to talk to someone, you're feeling, you be like, like, so is a skill that helps you to begin to get to know more about how your emotions work and how to relate to it better. So that is a very very important aspect of trading too that you get to understand. So I don't know if you have any
Mm.
questions so far.
I don't have any question for now, because I understand it very well. Very
Okay,
well. All what you said, I understand.
okay, that's very nice. That's very nice. I'm glad that at least I'm able to explain it very well to you in a way that you understand it. So in the next segment, what we are going to be looking at, because what we're just doing now is introduction. There's still a lot of things that you need to understand, right? But I will make sure that I'll try my best, because one thing I got to realize that a lot of people that are starting, right? If you do your own personal research, you will see that most of the time, most people that come into this game, into forest of the thing, they eventually end up losing money and they end up leaving. They end up losing money and they end up leaving. And I'm already explaining to you some of the reasons why they do that. They come with unrealistic expectations. They come with okay, how much will I be making? So and all of that, right? They don't want to wait to learn the skill. They just want to be making the money fast. So at least now you now understand that you need to be patient. You need to be patient enough to learn it. You need to be patient to learn that, okay, this is how this thing works. Hey, big boy, how are you? Good evening, big boy. You need to be patient to understand how it works. When you yourself now, you're not comfortable that, yes, so I am now at a point where I understand. That is when you cannot decide to put real money. You understand? For now, you're not even putting any money. You're even when you get to a point where you want to be learning with money, I'm going to provide for you like a virtual money. Like it's not real money, but it's like a virtual money. So it's going to help you to be learning how to buy and sell, but it's not real money. Okay?
Okay.
So when you now understand how to buy and sell with the virtual money, and everything now makes sense to you at your own time, you cannot decide to now put in your own real money into it.
Okay, sir.
So that's just how it works, little by little, one step at a time. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, mama. You're welcome. Don't worry. As time goes on, okay. As time goes on, little by little.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. So I'll
Thank
come.
you for your.
So I'll communicate with you the when next the our class is going to be. So
Alright.
during
Okay.
the week, maybe before weekend, I will let you know.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Also,
Okay.
you're welcome. Also, at any point, because one thing about the forex trading that I want to point out to is that for forex trading, you need to now become somebody that likes to sometimes do your own research as well. Okay, so most of the things that I have actually said, I'll try to send you the recorded version. You go to it. Any part that you don't understand, is either you ask me the question yourself or you do your own personal research. So doing your personal research is one of an important aspect that is going to also help you improve fast. So when you do your personal research, you begin to understand it from your own perspective more as well. Okay. So at any point, if you have any question, you can always reach out to me. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, man. All right, man. Have a lovely evening, okay, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Sir.
All right, man.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it, sir.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome, man. All right, take care, man. Okay. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye bye. Okay.
Thank you.